Hey everybody, how you doing? Joe here from the Scruffy Fam and the Scruffy Life with Autism. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to get more content about urban homesteading and how-to videos that we're doing. So today during the editing process, I found out that my intro to our how to make homemade applesauce, super easy, didn't have any audio, so that was fun. So just going ahead and recording that right now. We used our 8-quart enamel Dutch oven to do this with. We had 27 pounds of apples from when we went apple picking. We did some freeze-dried and dehydrated. The kids have been eating them, but we're getting to a point where we really need to use them up. So I used the rest of the apples to make applesauce today. And in that, all we did was we cut the apples. I used my handy-dandy apple core and slicer that I showed you guys in the last video, and made pretty quick work of it. Got everything in. We put in half a cup of water. I did 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, a tablespoon of nutmeg. I did a quarter, I did about a tablespoon of maple syrup, and I just let that go. So you guys will see in the next part of the video where I've got everything in the pot and it starts going. So I'll see you guys back in a second. Okay guys, I'm back. Alright, so we're back now. I got a lot of the apples in here. Cinnamon, nutmeg, I put some lemon juice, maple syrup, and I have also added about half a cup of water. We are going to now turn this on high until I hear it boiling. Once I hear it boiling, I'm going to cover it. I'm going to turn it down to just a simmer, and I'm going to let this go until the apples are just super, super soft. Also, I am using a silicone spoon as I stir this up to incorporate it, because you never want to use anything but wood or silicone utensils when you have an enameled pot. Don't do that. You'll ruin your enamel pot if you use a metal one. So I'm going to get this going. The next step for you guys, we'll see this completely done. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys. So this is where we're at now. Step back so I don't get all steamed up here. But the apples, you can definitely tell how much they reduced. You can see up here where some of the remnants were. So one other thing that I did is I actually added some raspberries from our raspberry bush to this, just to change it up a little bit. We'll have raspberry and applesauce, and then just for fun, we've got some of these different silicone trays. I'm gonna load these all with applesauce, and that's what'll go in the freeze dryer, and then we'll do a freeze dryer versus fresh taste test for the kids. I'm actually kind of interested about these freeze dried ones because they look really interesting. They look like a fun little snack that I can give the kids. If we did find out that the twins really enjoyed the freeze-dried apples, the full slices. It was easier for them to deal with, so I'm curious to see how this turns out. So next what I'm going to do, looking at this and looking at the pile of dishes I already have, I don't feel like getting the blender dirty, so I'm going to bust out our immersion blender. I'm just going to blend all of this up in the immersion blender, and then I will let you guys see what that looks like. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get the silicone molds trayed up, let them cool off a little bit before I stick them in the freeze dryer, and then I'll just let that go however long that's going to go, and when this cools off enough, we'll grab the kids and we'll do a taste test. So stand by. Okay, so I'm back, and my immersion blender died right as I put it in to start working. I heard the horrible sound of dead. So I guess it is the blender that we'll be using. So I'll get everything loaded in the blender. I'll get this thing all blended up. It's probably going to take me at least 2 batches to do this because we have so much. And I will show you guys what the finished product looks like. Going from the blender is actually going to be easier for me to put this in mason jars, which is what we're going to end up doing with it. So, alright, that's what I'm going to get to. So I'll let you guys see what it is when we're done. Okay guys, so I got everything blended. It did take 2 times in the blender, but I got the freeze dryer started, so these guys, we're all gonna go in the freeze dryer. We're gonna check those out. And we ended our yield here About 1.5 quarts. So we did 2 cups for the freeze dryer here. Let's see if you guys can see the consistency. So applesauce consistency, same stuff you'd buy at the store, and tastes good. So Shiloh, come here. All right, Shiloh, you want to taste this applesauce? Okay, taste it. How's that taste?
Yum.
Yum? Okay, go back. Daddy will give you something else here in a second. All right, so I did, Levi. Would you like to try the applesauce? Okay, hold on. What do you think, bud? Yum? Okay, good stuff. All right, so I'm going to let this cool before we put it in the fridge. And then these ones are going to go in the freeze dryer as soon as the freeze dryer is ready. So you saw, kids like it. Turned out really well. We'll see what they think about the freeze-dried ones when it's all said and done. So we'll see you guys for that, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, guys. So we do have those trays that I showed you guys are in the freeze dryer. But knowing that that won't be done until middle of the day tomorrow, this is Friday going into Saturday, I know that we're just not going to have time to record anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up right now. Thank you so much for everyone who's watching, for everyone that's subscribed. We will try to get a new video up every Friday. As we can do things, we will. We're going to do some more of these how-to videos. And also, in case you guys didn't know, we also have another channel called The Scruffy Life with Autism, where we talk about our perspectives on autism with my wife being autistic and my son being autistic. We wanted to keep this channel as close to homesteading as possible, so we are going to keep all of those discussions on our other channel, where we talk about autism and the stuff that goes into that for us. And we did have some requests about some of our NICU stuff we had with our daughter, who's now 4, and our son, who is one of the twins, who's now 2. And we will do a follow-up video for that as well, just as we kind of share what we're doing. One really exciting thing is I am going to go hunting next weekend, and then I'm going to go hunting again in December. And I'm going to try to bring you guys along when I do that. I'm going to do archery next weekend, and then I'm going to do gun season in November. And it should be a lot of fun. Going to 2 different friends' properties, as I don't have enough space here to do it, but it should be a good time. I'm going to try to record those. Wish me luck that I get something so I can put some meat in the freezer for the family, as we look towards being able to grow our own food as much as we possibly can on an urban homestead. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.